Welcome back to Retro Bowl Season 2 featuring the Colorado Cougars. My name is Kasabe and we're halfway through the first season on Extreme only. We lost our last matchup going into the bye week, so we've dropped to 8-1, but a lot of those other games right before our loss we're fairly close, so this is by no guarantee an easy season. We'll have to see how we do against the rest of the teams and see where we maybe make it in the playoff picture. Our first matchup brings us against Toronto at 3-6. Wagner back to throw, gets Ficken for the first completion of the game, right across the first down marker. See if we can get some. Try to get Zamort on the quick route, and that is picked off and it's taken back for 6. The corner was just spaced such where I thought I could throw it to Zamort real quickly, but I suppose not. So not a great start. Toronto goes up 7-0. There's the completion to Zamort that we were looking for. McCain breaks a few tackles and the stiff arm. Gain of about 25 before he's knocked out of bounds, and maybe that's just the name of the game, is we should run the ball more. McCain is one of our best players. A lot of it depends though on the defense that is shown. There's McCain again on the quick dump off route, gets us another first down. Third down. I was deciding whether I should run with it or throw it to Madison. The hook wasn't quite there and developed, so we're going to have to kick a field goal to get some points on the board. We're still down 7-3. Toronto goes down the field and punts, thankfully, so we don't have a 2-possession game. So Mort's covered on the deep route, so we're going to go across the middle to Madison again for a quick gain of 7. That's the end of the first quarter. Not a great first quarter, but we're still in this. There's Ficken across the middle with Madison almost taking that away from him. Either way, it's a completion. A lot of our open routes this match are Madison across the middle for those gains of like 6 or 7, and then it's a matter of how many yards after the catch he can get. Zamort out to the sideline, breaks away from his defender, and we're near the 20. McCain gets 2 on second down, so it's going to be a 3rd and short. Let's see what we want to do. Bring in the blitz. We have Zamort across the middle, and it's picked off. Probably should have just audible to get the run for the first down. Toronto will take this down the field and score a touchdown, so we have 27 seconds to, again, just try and get some points on the board. We'll have to see if we can attack them better in the second half. There's Madison across the middle. Will get us to midfield, and it's looking like it's going to be a field goal try more than anything as we end the half. See if we can get Madison on the sideline. Yes, so we make it up to about the 30-yard line, and that should be enough range for Pinter from 46. And we make it an 8-point game, so we're within striking distance, but 2 interceptions and 2 field goals so far. Not what you want. Toronto scores on their opening drive, and we need to get some touchdowns here as we are near the midway point of the third quarter already. Madison knocked out of bounds past the 40. Got Ficken open across the middle. Zamort doesn't help out with the block, but we do have the first down across midfield. Ficken never turned back around on his route, so that's a sack. There's McCain. There are about 3 receivers right there in the same area. And now we can just try and get this 3rd and short. McCain's going to break a tackle and speed for a bit, gain of 9. Ficken with the stiff arm. That'll get us the first down. We're taking a lot of time on this drive, however, though, so we need to score a touchdown and make sure that Toronto doesn't score a touchdown, which is completely out of my control. We can only hope that they have to punt or something. There's the Mort for the touchdown. I'm just going to go with the 1-point opportunity for now, since if we miss the 2-point conversion right away, it's still a 2-possession game. There goes Toronto down the field, scores a touchdown. All right, we need to be quick then. Nice block there by Ficken. We'll get McCain across midfield to the 45. Good quick gain. Now we might have Madison deep. No, I'm just going to get rid of that one. Defender caught back up to Madison. Another bobbled one, incomplete. 3rd and 10. There's Madison. He's not going to get enough for the first down, so we're going to have to run a play here. Likely to McCain to get this first down. There we go. Dips out of bounds at the 34. Yeah, there's no chance we're going to give the ball back to Toronto here. We're going to have to call the onside kick and hope for the best. as we near the 30-second mark left in the final frame. Madison, I'm going to call a timeout right there and then go for the end zone on this next play. If anybody's open, there's Zamort right near the goal line, scores. We have 24 seconds and a dream. Pinter will add the extra point to make it an 8-point game. And here we go, 12% chance of recovering the ball. Will we get it? If we do, we still have to go about 60 yards down the field. Toronto got it. Oh, they gave the ball up. Okay, so we have one last play. I doubt we'll be able to go about 70 yards in one play, but this is it. And Ficken catches it. He's too slow to even get to midfield, and that's the game. We drop our second game in a row, and the other teams in our division are getting real close. So we're a game over the Lions right now. Vegas is a game and a half out. We're starting to slip, though. We still have a couple games up on the wild card, but this is not a trend that I'd like to continue. Nearly dropped 3 games that we squeaked out, and then we ended up losing a couple in a row. I'll just say it's on me so the morale doesn't drop. The morale's still pretty high, all things considered. Pinter actually got an XP boost, so we'll put up his accuracy here. And now this is a very big game against the Lions. If they win, they take over the division lead at 8-3. We're 8-2 right now. We'll start off with possession. We had to go pass heavy last match as we started to scramble. So maybe since we have a tie game and the game is still like in our grasp right now, we can just run it to McCain so we can do stuff like that. To get a look at the replay, breaks one tackle, sidesteps, stiff arm. Not a real good running route that play, so we're just gonna throw it to Ficken. He finally shows off some strength in breaking a tackle, gets out to near the 20-yard line. Here goes McCain, another stiff arm. That's good for a first down. Not quite a first and goal. We're at the 11-yard line. Now we can throw it to Ficken once again out to the 5. Gonna fake the run to McCain, just dump it off to him. He's gonna hightail it into the end zone to give us the early lead. Good start. The other thing that hasn't shown this episode yet is fumbleitis. McCain had a couple last week. I believe Madison even had one. So turnovers are popping up all over the place, and I thought the main thing this season would be our defense, just because they're kind of low rated, but honestly it's a lot of turnovers on the offensive side that are kind of killing us right now. Because that's the end of the first quarter, tied at 7. We do have the ball and we're driving near midfield. There's Madison wide open across the middle, dives to the 45-yard line. Zamort has his single coverage, and he didn't go the same route that the cornerback did. A bit slow. Los Angeles only gets a field goal. I really need to avoid those turnover situations, however. I mean, that was a pass that I probably didn't need to make. It was something that we could have just taken the ball on the ground or made the safe pass. I just decided to take a shot to the sideline since he had single coverage. But he was pretty well covered. As we get close to the 50-yard line, McCain breaks a tackle and gets the first down. I'm going to call a timeout as we get closer to field goal range. Ball is tipped and caught by Madison at the 40. We'll use our last timeout here. Next play will probably get us into field goal range. Oh my goodness, not quite. And now I don't have time for another play, so I might just have to go straight to Pinter for the field goal try. It is good from 53 yards, and we are tied at 10 going into the second half. Los Angeles drives down the field, scores a touchdown. So Mort breaks the tackle, one man to beat, and he makes the tackle near midfield. McCain with another stiff arm. He's good for almost one of those per run. So yeah, I mean, we should just honestly run the ball more as I drop back to pass. Could also run with Wagner. He doesn't quite get the first down on that one. Just going to go for the first down here with McCain. Get a fresh set of downs. Main thing is time. Like, I want to keep running the ball, but Los Angeles is going to get the ball back with quite a bit of time. Madison breaks a tackle, gets near the 20. Los Angeles brought the linebacker to the side for the blitz. Wagner somehow eludes the defender and gets the first down across the 10. And this is the last play of the third quarter. McCain will get tackled at the 8. So we start off the fourth quarter still down a touchdown, but it's a first and goal opportunity, or second and goal rather. And that one just goes over the linebacker's head for the touchdown. I mean, I was really clenching for a second there as the linebacker dropped back into coverage. Thankfully did not get intercepted. And we have a quarter to go, tied again. We'll see what Los Angeles does with their possession. We've held them to a field goal, but they do score a touchdown. So we need a touchdown on this final drive to stay alive. Madison creates some space, gets knocked out of bounds near the 40. Ficken near the sideline. He's going to duck out of bounds. Well, I wanted to duck out of bounds. They ended up tackling him out of bounds near the 50. There's that route I wanted to some more earlier that got picked off. And Madison is able to get this one to near the 30-yard line. Just short, quick passes. We need to get into the end zone as we have about 20 seconds left here. That one was a bit of a short throw. 3rd and 5. 4 down territory, obviously. McCain will get to the 20 out of bounds. We need to take some shots to the end zone here, though. 12 seconds left. And we only have one more audible. Madison gets tackled at the 4. We have 4 seconds. This is it. This is the play. I don't like this play, so hopefully the audible is better. All right, we're probably going to McCain here. No, it was intercepted. Let's get a look at the replay. Oh my gosh. Look at that animation right here. I'll slow it down. Like, look, the ball just goes straight into the linebacker. Oh my gosh. And we lose our 3rd straight game. Oh no, the fans are starting to fall. 55%. This is extreme for you. And now it's a 3-team race for the division. Albuquerque is not too far behind either. For the time being, they gave us the division lead, even though Los Angeles just defeated us. Zamort didn't play well today. Again, it's on me. These are all these interceptions that are my fault. So goodness, man, we need to get a win, and I want to do so in decisive fashion. Like, there have been so many close games on Extreme so far. Missouri scores to begin the game, looking like the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just need to be more on point with my throws and everything, because like there have been a few where it's just a little bit off, and maybe that's just Wagner's accuracy for the throws to some degree as well. I'm pretty sure he has a decent accuracy though, like it's above 50% for sure. There goes McCain. Like I mentioned, run the ball more. It's hard to do when you're down constantly with some of the turnovers. Oh, that one could have been intercepted. Linebackers, they just blend into the line of scrimmage and then just come out of nowhere from the shadows sometimes. There's Ficken across the middle. It's going to go to Madison, though. Gets us a few extra yards with his speed. First drive's looking solid. McCain doesn't get anything on that run. But we are threatening 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line. Let's see if we can go out to the outside here. Again, not quite as the first quarter ends. We're at the 1-yard line on a 3rd and goal. There we go. McCain splits the defenders on that one for the touchdown. Missouri goes down the field again. And that's where the defense comes back into play. Like before, we won a few games with like a safe amount of point differential. But now they're starting to let up a few more points, I've noticed, or like touchdown opportunities. Since they are only 3 stars. Like, I knew it was bound to happen at some point. Maybe we just got really lucky the first 8 games of the season or so. McCain just keeps going along the sideline, stutter steps, breaks a tackle, maybe gets 1 more yard. Let's get a look at this replay. I mean, they had so many opportunities to knock him out of bounds. Right here, whoops. Again, only got us a yard since the defender caught up from behind. But a nice run by McCain there. We only have 26 seconds left in the second half, I just realized. We're at the 15, down by a touchdown. We have 1 more timeout to go. Madison ducks out of bounds. Okay, we'll probably have 2 shots at the end zone here from the 5-yard line. There's McCain. Or Ficken. Honestly, would have gone to either one of them, and we are able to tie things back up at the half, or before the half. And we get the ball to start the second half, so we can run the ball a bit, get McCain involved. Hopefully he doesn't fumble. Could be foreshadowing for later in the video, unintentionally. But here he goes up the sideline again, gets close to midfield, and we're just going to keep handing him the ball for now. No sense giving Missouri the ball back on a forced interception or anything like that if we can afford to get a lot of first down yardage with McCain. Only gets 3 on that one. They just have a lot of these like outside runs, which I really like though. Like the runs straight up the middle don't usually work unless you're on like the goal line. So these ones where there's like room between the line of scrimmage and like the cornerback, they just result in like high chunks of yardage, it seems. So we're into the red zone across the 20. We've eaten up at least a minute on this drive here. There goes McCain, close to the 10-yard line. They just keep giving him outside runs, so I'm just going to keep taking them. And now it's going to be a 3rd and 2. They'll give me one up the middle. Yep. Alright, well, this one we can run with Wagner to at least collect the first down. Some of the plays like depend on the yardage that you need, I've noticed. Like, late in the game, they have a lot more streak patterns, which is nice. But like for some of those 3rd and 2, it's just like, I still don't know if I'm going to get it by running up the middle. That drive took 1:40 off the 2-minute clock. And now Missouri drives down the field for a touchdown. We can see if we can take about as long on this drive. And avoid leaving Missouri any time to drive down the field. They're 3 for 3 on their drives with touchdowns so far. Almost driving too fast though here with all the passes. So like let's go back to the runs to McCain. There's one up the middle. Again, only results in 2 yards. So I like more of those outside handoffs. This one's a little bit better. Breaks a few tackles. Thought about running out of bounds. We want to run the clock, but also be safe with the ball at the same time, is the thing. McCain, less than a minute, and we're near the 10. Oh, there's that fumble I was talking about. Jesus Christ. Missouri's going to kick a field goal. We have 18 seconds to tie things. 12 seconds. We still have 2 timeouts. Can we get some order Ficken on the deep route? This is going to have to be a long field goal for Pinter. He definitely has the range, but from 65 yards, I don't think he's going to make it. Oh my gosh, we are on a skid. The fans are at 42%. We've dropped down to the wild card. Oh no. Extreme is no joke. I guess like maybe it's getting harder as the season progresses. I don't really know. This is the first time I've played on Extreme the whole season. But like, man, we've just been kind of unfortunate. Like that fumble right as we were about to score and like go ahead late in the game, like, oh man. So we have one more game before I'll likely end the video, since then we have 4 more games to set up the playoffs. If we even make it there at this point. We've dropped 4 in a row. Went 8-0 and then straight back to 8-4. Playing the Dakota Bears in this one. They look more like bumblebees more than anything, though. These are all based on my Madden franchise, so I wanted to see how well they translated to Retro Bowl. Oh, I thought McCain was going to get tackled in the backfield immediately there. Thankfully did not. But we got a 3rd and 2 upcoming. Please turn around for that one. Jesus. Oh, I went for it on 4th down and did not score. So there goes Dakota for the touchdown. I think we've forced 1 field goal and 1 punt this episode across 4 games. Well, this is the start of the 4th game, but other than that, every drive has been a touchdown for the opposition. Ooh, there goes McCain with some space to work. Look at this guy come in. The quick step back to avoid him. I want to see that one more time. Look at this guy just come from all the way across the field, and then we juke him, get maybe another yard. Madison across the middle. And stays on his feet long enough to get us to the 10-yard line. So it's a 1st and goal. Looks like they're bringing the blitz here. McCain dives forward for the touchdown. Madison was also there. And we have tied things up near the end of the 1st quarter. Defense, please hold us. All right, they forced a field goal. I will take it. That's good. Right now, Dakota holds the lead, and we had a 4th down opportunity that we missed on. The Bears have had the even amount of drives so far, so they got a field goal on the one that we went for on 4th down. This is our 3rd drive of the game, which they have not had a 3rd drive as of yet. thicken out to about the 30. And again, if we play this smart, we might be able to, run out the time close enough where Dakota doesn't have adequate time to drive down the field. So with the touchdown, we could be up 4 to end the half. It's just a matter of, do we fumble or throw an interception inside the 20 once again. 1st and 10 from the 11. We're not quite in 1st and goal territory. McCain out to the 6, and we're nearing the 30-second mark, so this is perfect. Usually they don't have much time to score within 30 seconds or so. And there's McCain for the touchdown. All right, can we put this losing streak to an end? Not the most perfect first half up to this point, but we do have a chance. Set ourselves up. Dakota gets a touchdown to start the second half, but misses the extra point. So we're only down by 2. A field goal here would put us ahead, and then maybe we can trade some touchdowns to end the game. Obviously, I'd like to put ourselves well ahead and not get to that point, but just based on, how the game goes in terms of how much time you have with the 2-minute quarters, we have this possession and then maybe one more. So I'm just trying to plan ahead for that. As there goes McCain down the sideline, across the 40. If Dakota scores a touchdown, I'd be interested to see if they go for 2 then. As there's McCain across the 20. He's been getting a lot of the ball recently just because I haven't been throwing it much. And when I have, it's been going to the tight end. There's one to the receiver finally. 8-yard line as we're nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Zamort breaks a tackle, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. 2-point conversion doesn't really do much here, so I'll just take the extra point. We're up by 5. Shortly before the end of the 4th quarter, Dakota will score a touchdown and go for 2 to give themselves a 3-point lead. So field goal here ties the game, likely sends it up into overtime if we're able to get that. But a touchdown wins it, and we have the chance here to drive down the field, eat up the clock, and score a touchdown to end it. We only have one more audible here, and I don't really like this play. Thankfully, offensive line gives us enough time for Zamort to get open as we're close to the 40. Guy across the middle was threatening. Madison to the 35. McCain gets us the first down near the 30. 40 seconds remaining. Madison on the comebacker gets to the 20. We're in field goal range most definitely. No 65-yard try here. So at the very least, we can cut our losses and go for the tie. But I'd like to score a touchdown and get this losing streak behind us. McCain out to the 8-yard line inside of 20 seconds. He has some room across the end zone, and there we go. We dive in for the touchdown, and we are going to be up by 4 with the extra point with 10 seconds remaining. Pinter knocks it through. It's a Hail Mary throw, does not get there. So we end the episode on a high note. A terrible losing streak ends at 4 games, and we are back in the division lead, apparently. But look at that division right there. All of our teams are within 2 games of each other with 4 games to go. So it should be an interesting episode going into the playoffs. 4 games remaining. The next episode will have all 4 of those games. And taking a look at the playoff hunt, I mean, pretty much our division race is the same as the wildcard race. There's a few 7 and 6 teams. So as long as we can stay ahead of a couple of those teams, we should be able to make the playoffs. But I don't think we have the first round bye in our sights. And that would be a huge rest week if we can get it. But I don't think that's very likely from here. Just real quick, Stubbs with the level up. We're going to give him some more strength so we can force some more turnovers, hopefully. And I should really look at the coordinators. I totally dropped the ball on that earlier this season. But I guess at this point, I might as well just wait until next season. Because, you know, you're going to have to hire them to another contract anyway if you sign them from the staffing free agency. So a look ahead, we play Kentucky. Kentucky's in the AFC. They're 2-11. Albuquerque 7-6. Dayton is 5-8. And then lastly, Vegas, who started this losing streak to begin with. They're at 8-5. So we have a couple big divisional games against Vegas and Albuquerque. But the other games, Kentucky and Dayton, aren't doing very well in the win-loss ratio, but they are still 5-star teams. So we're able to at least knock off the losing streak. So that's good. We're back in the win column to end the episode. And we will see you for the end of Season 2 in the next one.